Y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650-50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $, usual 50-50. Tickets are on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be set. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshit on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC. And remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has the missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping, $, usual 50-50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20, with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC. And remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Flex, the livest one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga, woof. I'm a 88 pack nigga, woof. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed this morning. Feeling a lot better this morning, a lot better. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Come on in, smash the like button, like the video, share the video. We are our own algorithm. Let's not leave it up to Google or YouTube to do anything because they don't. We're not part of the machine. We're not team players. We don't like fighters because of their slick hair and their tattoos. We watch the norm and do the opposite, and they don't like it. They think he or she is cute, so therefore they root for them. They don't want us supporting black fighters. We're racist. Meanwhile, Miguel. Yeah. Let's do this roll call. Mark Wunderlich. Salute, brother. Shower the Queens in the building. Derek Gaines, the legend. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better today. I don't know what was going on yesterday. That was crazy. Dirt Gang Boss, son of Tank. Not at 86, early in that super chat. Much love and appreciation. He says, salute, Drew, and salute to the mighty LDBC. Salute. Dow Big G, Rick Blackwell, Coach Hudson in the building. Me and Coach was cooking on Champ Sides. Got a panel yesterday. That was some good stuff. Go subscribe to Coach Hudson. Anwar Willis, King Corleone, Ern Jordan, Vince Valborn, Rod Neal in the building. Todd Swindle, Dal Anderson, PGH Big Dog, KBGJ, Eric Jordan, always supporting. Salute, brother. Oh, it jumped on me. Whew. Mark Hairston. Stephen X in the building. Bernard Gilbert. Gerard Harlem in the building. What's good? Dill Spoolie. My brother from Texas, 503 Line. The Young Lions in the building. Go subscribe to my brother. Trey Titan, what's going on? Eric O. Smash the like button. Like I said, like and share the video. We are our own algorithm. Let's now leave it up to the Google mods to micromanage what we do, because that's what they do. You know, Mr. Shelton, my brother, salute. Oh, yeah, he's throwing a $100 million parade for himself. His birthday. Well, you know, I'm glad you mentioned that about Trump. Donald Trump is throwing a $100 million parade for himself on his birthday. You know what? This is actually directly related. That sort of vibe is directly related to what I'm talking about this morning. And I was going to mention it on Champ's side. You heard me mention it here before. I was going to mention it on Champ's side, but I had gotten an important call. So I said, you know what? I'll talk about it today. Title of this show this morning is Tszyu and Hrgovic win. So what? The double standard. Oh no, Mr. Shelton, I can believe it. Jarrell, what up? He's a narcissistic MFer. Of course he's gonna do that. He's gonna celebrate himself. You know, and you know what? Donald Trump is a self-inflicted wound on America. Let me say this. I didn't vote for him. Nope. Did not vote for him at all. I did not vote for that guy. But I knew he was going to win. But I didn't vote for him. Let me be clear. I did not vote for him at all. But Donald Trump is a self-inflicted wound on America. And now we got to deal with it, if dealing with it is whatever we're doing here. Didn't you hear me say, y'all heard me say that Dana White getting into the business of boxing, everyone was like, oh my God, he's so bad. Oh, blah, 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 blah. I said, so what? Y'all getting what y'all deserve. I don't want to hear it. Y'all heard me say a bunch of times, don't cry later. If y'all don't get right, don't cry later when someone actually comes in and tries to regulate this ish. We've been talking about, oh man, boxing needs regulation. Right? Well, here we are. Because one thing we know for sure in the UFC is if you have a belt and you have a mandatory, you're fighting. And if it's whoever wins, if the fight was so dope that people are talking about it, you're fighting again. You're doing what he tells you to do. It's rare that I hear, and I'm not a UFC guy, not like that. But it's rare that I hear UFC supporters, strong supporters, say, "Man, I'm not getting the fights that I want." I never heard. I gotta think when I've heard that, and I can't think of a time. I'm sure there's probably somewhere where they said, "Yo, this guy should have fought that guy. That guy should have fought that guy." I'm sure there is. I'm not a UFC guy. I'm not the most educated. But for the most part, you get the fights you want over there, right? Right. So now he's getting into the business of boxing, and they ran and got this WWE guy. So there's going to be storylines with this. There's going to be production behind this. Hey, man, because boxing couldn't get it right. There's 4 sanctioning bodies. IBF, the WBO, the WBA, the WBC. The WBC could have a champion, and it could be a nice unification with the WBA or the WBO, Shakur and Tank, and they're just staring at each other. And nobody's busting a move. And we, the supporters of the sport, are like, yo, what's going on? And then you get people from their team going on podcasts talking about, oh, he's trying to age my fighter out. You know, like how Coach Cal just did. He was talking to Mill City and he said that. And I'm listening like, huh? Wait a minute. Pick up the phone, Mr. A-Side, and call the kid and make an offer and see. Put in the effort. These guys aren't even putting in the effort. There's people that just wait, flinging their arms. Oh, they're on opposite sides of the street, so the fight ain't happening. He fights over here on DAZN or Matchroom or Queensberry, and that guy's all the way over here on Top Rank. And that's why we can't get the fight. And then you got the fan bases doing 1,000 podcasts a day, arguing with each other, beefing. You know what boxing has become? Y'all remember the episode of the Cosbys? This may have happened to y'all. Y'all might have big families, come from big families. The parents get sick. And y'all remember the Cosby episode? Claire and Heathcliff got sick and they were in the bed. And they said, look, the kids, y'all got to take care of yourselves. Y'all old enough. And the kids just kept fighting. They couldn't agree on shit. And Claire had to get out of bed and say, yo, you know what? CB, Sports TV in the building, salute. She said, you know what? I can't do it. I got to run the household because y'all can't run yourselves. That's boxing. Waffles in the building, salute. True Boxing Night, salute. If I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. And that's what we're dealing with here. Dana White is a self-inflicted wound. I don't care what he does. I might like it and laugh, and then he might do something that might piss me off. But you know what? We did this as a collective. Well, not me. While I was calling for these fights to happen, y'all ever notice that when you call for fights to happen, a lot of fighters have these weird fan bases where they find 1,001 excuses for the fight not to happen. We've been here before, Brother Reef in the building. We've been here before. It's just happening at an accelerated rate. A lot of y'all weren't here for the Pacquiao-Mayweather era. I was here for all of it. I wasn't doing content at the time. I was here for all of it. I said, wait a minute, we're trying to get this thing done. What are y'all, what? They wanted Floyd goddamn to come in there with one hand tied behind his back. I'm like, yo, come on, man. Y'all don't want the fight. Y'all don't want the fight. Y'all don't want the fight. AJ Wilder. I'm like, yo, come on. What do you want him to do? You want him coming there. Yo, you can only sign this contract if you promise not to throw that right hand. You got to fight in the southpaw position. NBA D Nice, salute. I'm like, do y'all want the fight or not? Stop telling me that what AJ does and how he beats him and Deontay ain't got no skill and he got skinny legs. Okay, fine. He got there's one belt left. Go get it. And then it turned into a circus. Do y'all want the fight or not? What is happening here? And we still ain't have to fight. But you know what? If AJ and Deontay was in the UFC and one of them was a champion and the other was the number one contender or the mandatory, they would have fought at least 3 times already. At least. End of discussion. End of discussion. There was a lot of things that people saw faulting with the Democratic Party in the Biden years. And I guess the bad outweighed the good. I guess. So when it came to the election, America ran to the polls and they made a decision. Right? I guess. And here we are. I can't get stressed about it. I just got to move within the goddamn chaos. It's here now. We just got to prepare and arm ourselves with knowledge. That's it. See my brother Tszyu every day. He's bringing up facts, data, and statistics with things. But people believe what they want to believe, and that's okay. Because when something happens that you don't like, you got to live with your decisions, right? Right. So now let's make the lateral move over to boxing. Same thing. Oh my God, Dana White. I'm like, so the F what? I don't care. Why? Y'all did this. I'm cool. Y'all did this. I didn't do this. Because if boxing was working like a well-oiled machine and all these sanctioning bodies was working together, well, not even the sanctioning bodies because the fighters have the belts. Yo, listen, I got the WBO belt. That guy has a WBC belt. We're both hot in these streets right now. We can get at least 2 fights out of this. I know I could beat him. He think he could beat me. And we can get at least 2 fights out of this. I'm going to beat him the first time, and I'm going to beat him worse the second time. And I'm going to take that belt. Yeah, well, I don't know. We got to keep you away from that guy. Oh, okay. You know what? I'm vacating. You know why? Because people want to see us fight. I'm vacating. I'm paying sanctioning fees on this belt anyway. Why am I going to pay you to keep me away from my contemporary? But some fighters say, well, hey, man, keep away from the contemporary. I'll pay this fee if I keep knocking out. If I can knock out 3 guys in a year and make millions of dollars without fighting this guy and risking a loss, I'm going to do that. Because it's business, right? That's the type of time we on, right? Nicholas, what up? That's the type of time we on. 704 Joe, what up? Ain't trying to fight the best. As long as these cats are making millions of dollars, they don't care. But y'all celebrate this nonsense, right? That's cool. So, yeah, enter Dana White. If everybody was doing what they're supposed to do, you wouldn't be worried about no Dana White coming in here. Be like, yo, we don't need him. We're doing it on our own. I'm not scared of Dana White. I don't care. I wished it on you. Akanda, what up? I wish that on you. That Ring magazine thing in that award ceremony, whatever it was over there in the UK, every fighter that's relevant on planet Earth was over there except who? Mellow Yellow. But he took to Twitter and cried about it, didn't he? It ain't sports talk. Salute. And everything he wrote, read it. Everything he wrote, read it. Go on and read it. Go ahead and read it. Everything, every tweet, unless he deleted it. You know he does that. Every tweet he wrote, just read it. Just read it. I'm like, man, he's having a meltdown, ain't he? Going over there, risking a loss just for money. Wait a minute, excuse me. You can only lose to your contemporary. How about rolling the goddamn dice? And betting on yourself and saying, man, I could beat all my contemporaries. And at the same time, Daryl, what up? At the same time, I'm proving that I'm the man. Not the mouse. The dude has no marbles. And that's the reality of it. The dude has no marbles. And he was over there crying and bitching and moaning on Twitter when your ass should have been in the gym at that exact time. You should have been in the gym focusing on Lamont Roach. That's right. You done said all of that, did all that, and got in there and fought to a draw against a 130-pounder. Then you wasn't going to do it again, right? Then we found out you was about to fight Jake Paul, which was a spit in your fans' face. But, your fans, they're weirdos. They like getting spit in the face. What? Because they're disgusting like that. They're disgusting like that. They're like that. They're hot right in the face. They're like that. It's you, Tank. Don't worry about it. Right? Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. You focus on a Ring magazine ceremony. You fight to a draw against a 130-pounder. The beans were spilled. You was about to fight Jake Paul. But due to public outrage, you got to fight Lamont Roach again. They don't know how that fight's going to turn out. They don't know. You done effed around, and while trying to avoid your contemporaries who were stars in their own right, you created a star by struggling against a guy you were supposed to dominate, that you thought you was going to dominate. You remember? I bet he paid for it. Remember that? Yeah, right. Now look. There's a few stars in boxing, no matter how brief they were created by accident. Y'all remember Ricardo Mayorga? That wasn't supposed to happen. You remember Carlos Baldomir? That wasn't supposed to happen. Wasn't supposed to happen. And now we got, there's a few in between that I'm forgetting, but Now we got Lamar Roach. This was not supposed to happen. There you go. Eric Jordan in that super chat, much love. He says the only thing that he agreed upon is saying Baltimore. Ring magazine. Baltimore. Man, I'm so disgusted. I'm so disgusted, man. That Coach Cal shit. I love it when they talk, bro. They always say something. Everything the Tankaholics say, just listen to Cal, and he will collapse the whole building on y'all. I swear to God, bro. Whenever that man talks, just watch the video, because he's going to say something that's a complete and total contradiction to what the fans have come to believe. It is hilarious. It's brilliant work. Anyway. So Costa, I keep saying Costa Tszyu, I'm sorry, because, I came up watching his dad. Tim Tszyu and Hrgovic win. So what? Let me ask y'all a question. Tim Tszyu got dominated. Tone, what up? Yeah, Ruzin Provokov. He wasn't supposed to happen. So Tim Tszyu got dominated in his last fight. Well, not against Joey Spencer. Can I ask y'all a question? Because enough time has elapsed, and I didn't say anything. But let me ask y'all a question. Perfect Black, salute. How many videos were there that sang Tim's praises up until the fight before last? And then when he got dominated, right? When he got dominated and destroyed, because he got destroyed in that fight. In front of his pops, too. He got destroyed. How many videos did you see that said that his career was over and he's done and he should pack it up? Point me in that direction, please. Did anyone say that he's over? Because I'll tell you what I saw. Minor setback. He'll be back. Things happen. He'll be okay. That's what I saw. It was a pity party for this motherfucker. Was it not? And he lost, man. He kept getting up until he couldn't get up anymore. In fact, he got stopped. Oh. So I'm asking y'all, where were the videos saying that he should retire and he can't come back from a beating like that and it's over for him? Where were the troll videos? Hold on for me 1 second.
Unified, undefeated. Unified, undefeated.
What?
Undefeated.
What?
Undefeated.
What?
Undefeated.
What?
Undefeated.
What?
Undefeated.
What the hell is even that?
Yeah, come on! Yeah, man, come on!
Then let him taste the fury of my Negasword!
I was reading the super chat. Meanwhile, my shit was on mute the whole time. My bad, y'all. But I hit the tunes from the brother Eric Jordan. Salute. But Tank gotta live with that. Tank gotta live with that, man. Yeah. Yo, Muktuba University, exactly. And that's my point. MJ, what up? That's my point. That's my point. And that's the point this morning. Nobody told Tszyu to hang it up. Nobody told Tszyu to hang it up. Tank got to live with this look. Now, let me point this out, y'all, because I know Tank haters are watching like, oh my God, you can't stop talking about Tank. I'm not. I'm not. Listen, man, Tank's human. Need you to listen to what I'm saying. Tank is human. And he hit a rough spot in his career right now. People are clowning him. People are picking Lamont Roach to destroy him the rematch. They're saying he tried to duck the rematch, which he did, right? This is a rough spot for him, is it not? Yeah, it is. It is. How's he going to react to the rematch? We don't know. But look at the ridicule, because this is ridicule he's getting. It's deserved. I'll say this. It's deserved. Darius, what up? It is deserved. But how's he going to handle it? Tank Davis is not getting extended the same courtesy. This is the word I'm using nowadays. Because you know why? You know why? Listen carefully. When you use a term like privilege, it's overused. It's been done. You know, the others tune out. Oh, they're talking about Latino privilege, or they're talking about white privilege. No. Let's say courtesy. We don't ever get this courtesy. I didn't see one video talking about Tszyu need to hang it up after he got beat down. He got beat down. Did he not? He got stopped. Devin Haney got up and finished that fight. And he was fighting a drugged up, overweight, racist cheat. Where's the lie? Where's the lie? Did I lie just now? This is not interpretation. No. I'm not lying. Devin Haney got up and he was fighting a drug cheat, come to find out. Whom was overweight? Don't tell me it was only 3 pounds, because he didn't even bother to make weight. And Scooter said, hey, man, we was on track. We could have made it. And when he had the nerve to rehydrate on fight night, bro, you couldn't tell me Ryan was about 180, 185 pounds on fight night. I stood right there and looked at it. I said, what the hell? This nigga's almost 200 pounds. Bill, what the fuck? They were locked in. So when you clown somebody, I can't unsee the left hook. How many left hooks did Tim eat versus I can't even say the brother's last. What's his name? Murta. Let's call him Murder. Murta, right? Let's call him Murder. Because he damn sure killed Tszyu that night, right? And here's another thing. Is anybody telling him to run it back with Murder? Anybody? I'm asking. Is anybody telling Tim, yo, before you do anything, you got to run that back with Murder? I don't see anybody saying that. I don't see it. I don't see it. Beat him down and was screaming Allahu Akbar. At the end of the fight, I said, damn. Damn. I got right on YouTube and I was just looking around and I didn't see anything. I didn't see anybody saying, hey man, Tim, you got to run it back. Even after the Joey Spencer fight, maybe I missed it. Did anyone mention Murder's name? Anyone say, yo, okay, yeah, this is good, but you got to run that back with him? Anybody? Are we just going to act like that ain't happened? Right? What happened to get it back in blood? If Devin comes back, right, and he beats, hold on, someone's at my door? What's going on here? Hold on a second. Oh, okay, it's not my door. If he beats Jose Ramirez, right after that fight, they're going to, well, he's supposed to be fighting Ryan Garcia. What if Ryan Garcia was on the menu? Devin could fight 3 times from now. They would still bring up Ryan Garcia. They would still bring up Ryan Garcia. And here comes Jackie, the 16-year-old, talking about Tim Tszyu is in the draw. Meanwhile, he fought in goddamn Australia and the place was sold out. Young man, please stop. I'm making a point here. God damn. Sit in your booster seat and relax. World Constrictor, salute. No one's telling Tim Tszyu to get it back in blood. No one told him to retire. All I'm hearing is, oh, it's good to see him back. Congratulations to getting back. So Tim Tszyu won. So what? Don't care. Until he fights Murder again and wins, don't care. And guess what? If he beats him again, if he beats him, then they got to do a third fight. Because I'm still not convinced. Because Murder went in there and out-toughed him. Tim Tszyu is just a tough dude. He's a tough dude like his dad. But what happens when you go head up with the tough guy? Go back and watch when Tszyu fought Ricky Hatton. Tszyu ran into somebody who could tough with him. And Ricky out-toughed him. That's what happened. And guess what? That's not the first time. Do your history on Tszyu. That's not the first time he lost. I couldn't listen. This is for the cats like Jackie. Do your homework on Tszyu. Now you see, I'm in here making a point about treatment in fighters, and Jackie's talking about Tim Tszyu is a draw. Where was I talking about a draw at? You see what I'm saying? And he came in there, Tim Tszyu isn't a draw, dude. You see what I'm saying about the youth today? Very disrespectful. I blame the mothers. I blame the mothers for choosing these hoe-ass dudes. And together they form an ununited front. And they raise these test tube babies. And they end up in my chat somehow. That's crazy. Right. So Tim Tszyu won. All right. You beat Joey Spencer. And salute to Joey Spencer. He was doing well, boxing. And then when he tried to be tough, his face started getting tattooed. So until Tim Tszyu runs it back with Murder, inshallah, Allahu Akbar, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. Mansa Musa, my brother, salute. N-Dog, salute. I'm not convinced. Don't care. He got to get that back in blood. None of you said this kid was done, and he took a nosedive. Go back and watch that fight against Murder. Bing, bing, bing. Bang, bang, down. Boom, 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 down. He had no second gear. He did not know how to box. He kept getting caught. Devin finished the fight. Devin won the rounds he didn't get knocked down in. I scored it a draw, but I knew they were going to score it for Ryan. This motherfucker got dropped and stopped in front of his dad, and no one said anything. His dad was there. You know, like how y'all like to get on Bill? Tszyu has a fugazi relationship with both of his children. Did you know that? But he showed up to that fight. You know why? He said, I don't know about this one. And he was right. The one time he shows up to his son, and Tim looks just like his dad, more than his other son. The one time he shows up, he got beaten to a coma damn near. And by the way, what is his brother's name? I did a video on him because he said something very profane, very disrespectful. What's his brother's name? I forget. But he said he likes boxing, not so much for the money, but he likes to hurt people, batter and bruise people. Those weren't the exact words, but he was very clear. I said, oh, that's what he said. And boxing's a violent sport. You got to be like that. I don't mind it, but I said, wow, how come he gets to say that? How come he gets to say that? But brother Deontay said, I want a body on my record, and the world froze. The world stopped spinning. People were ejected from car seats. You know, babies were dying. Buildings were collapsing. The whole world was on DEFCON 1. There were threats of terrorist attack everywhere because Deontay said that. Mauricio Suleiman had to launch an investigation because he said he wanted a body on his record. Meanwhile, Tszyu's little brother, I can't think his name, but I did a video on it. I can't think his name right now. Tszyu. Nikita, that's his name. Thank you. Nikita was very clear on what he wanted to do in boxing. I did a video on it. Just put in Nikita's, matter of fact, because I remember when he said it, I said, oh, here it is. Here it is. Here's what I'm going to do. Nikita Tszyu, this is a direct quote. I'm in this business because I want to hurt people. It's like a sexual pleasure for me. Okay? If you don't believe me, I did the video when he said it. There it is right there. That's it right there. And I said, whoa, what is this? What is this? What is this? When did I do this video? A year ago. A year ago I did this video. A year ago. A year ago. Let me share screen. That's him. That's the animal right there. That's him. That's the animal right there. That's a direct quote. That's what he said. That's him. That's the video. I put it in the chat. That's him. I can't do it like my brother Oddfella.
Good night.
There you go. Right there. That's a direct quote. I'm in this business. I'm in this because I want to hurt people. It's like a sexual pleasure for me. What the What? Nobody said anything. Nobody said anything. But you're looking at him, right? He's got blonde hair. He don't look too much like Tim and Costa look just alike. This kid looks more like his mom. But look at what he said, though. And nobody said anything. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. This is what we doing? All right. But I want a body on my record. Tay, good morning. If a man says he takes pleasure in dishing out pain to people and he refers to it as sexual pleasure, you need to move away from that person. You don't need to talk to that person. You need to tell the police and just say, look, this is his address. Just keep an eye on this guy. Because sooner or later, he just might. He just might. There you go. I don't have to make it up. That's what he said. That's what he said. All these guys get extended all kinds of courtesy. Devin Haney's the victim in every direction. And look how he's treated. Tszyu got murdered by murder. And they don't even talk about a rematch now. Can I ask y'all a question? Did y'all watch the post fight? When did his name come up? Did Murder's name come up? Right? Nah, right? But Deontay Wilder's going to get reminded of every loss he ever had. He got a fight coming up. Well, you going to run it back with Zilly Zung? What if you can get Tyson Fury in the fourth fight? You with AJ. Never fought AJ. But no one goes to AJ and be like, man, when are you going to stop ducking? Why didn't you fight this guy, Mr. A-side? You was the A-side, north, south, east, and west directions, and you never fought this guy. Why? Why? Y'all baby who you want to baby. Nah, Tszyu. You got to run it back with murder. Inshallah. Speaking of Inshallah, let me take this moment to shout out Jean-Claude Van Damme. Y'all heard that he's having some trouble? Y'all heard he's having some trouble, right? King Rick, salute. Well, I think JCVD is it's been alleged that he's this trafficking thing, it's a slippery slope with this trafficking thing. A lot of dudes are getting caught up in this thing. It's been alleged that he's involved with these trafficking. Xavier, what up? Just Spark in the building. I don't know. I mean, nowadays you could be chilling with a girl and chilling with a woman. Let me be clear in my language. Be chilling with a woman, and you say, "Hey, man, let's go out." And then you say, "Okay." Like I live in New York, of course. They say, "Okay, yeah, let's." I know a nice spot, a rooftop bar right over the bridge in Fort Lee, New Jersey. You go to New Jersey, and y'all have a wonderful dinner. You come back home. You drop her home. Next thing you know, police at your door. It's like, "Yeah, man, you with this girl?" "Yeah." "Well, she said you did something to her." "Well, I didn't." "Okay, well, it happened in New Jersey." "Well, nothing happened. I took her out to eat." "Oh, well, that's trafficking because you went across state lines." "What?" So it's bad enough she's lying. Now she's saying that it happened in another state. So I don't know what's going on, Mr. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Hold on. Hold on. fuck is this? Xavier, I can't open it, bro. Send me that picture. Cause I can't make it big. Yeah, so this dude, I don't know what's going on. I don't know the specifics behind his charges. I don't know. And normally, Freedom's March salute. Normally, you know, I'm pro man. It's real easy to lie on us. But I think Frank Dukes got this. I think he got this. He don't need my help. He don't need my sympathy. You know, whatever happens, happens. I don't know if he's innocent. I don't know if he's guilty. I don't know. But he got this. Frank Dukes got this. Yeah! You got this, brother. You good. Because I'll never forget when I followed him on the gram. I'll never forget. And he barely posts. But I'm just scrolling on the gram. And after the Loma Stanko fight, this fool did a video talking about Dev lost. Now, you're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. A lot of people said that. Don't care. But you touched the nerve when you said, Inshallah, this guy lost. I know boxing. I watch boxing. And this guy, Inshallah, he lost. I'm like, whoa, what's that about? And I went in the comment section and I added him. I said, what's that? Fuck was that? Frank Dukes. That night, I stopped following him. That night. So, whatever he's going through, he'll be all right. It's JCVD. He'll be all right. He'll need my support, right? I mean, this is what happened with all these clowns, right? I never asked for your support. Oh! Yeah, I told Quentin Rampage Jackson, I said, bro, hey, man, do you know who you're supporting? And all that hard ER I had to say in response was, if you watched the interview, you would have known that I didn't know that he said all that. Okay, well, now you know. This is why you're getting the backlash, because you didn't know. And you turning off the people that really fucked with you. That's all we're saying. As far as the Devin Haney lawsuit is concerned, you're not even educated about that. You admitted it. No problem. I'm not in the business of educating niggas my age and older. Man, as a matter of fact, I'm not in the business of educating none of you niggas, to be honest with you. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm too smart for you niggas to come in here and try and hijack a conversation and take shit somewhere. I have a point and I'm sticking to it. For example, the young people, see the kid Jackie that comes in here? That kid, he has parents. One of them is white. But the black one, I don't know if it's his mom or dad, the black one should have educated him on what the world is like. Or you should know how to stay on topic. Listen to the conversation and then participate if you can. If you can't, sit back and enjoy the show or leave. It's as simple as that. But I'm not going to raise your kids. If you send your kid out in the world and he's a fucking idiot, I'm not going to raise him. I'm going to step on him. Because you didn't do your job. We're in the last days. You're supposed to arm these little niggas. You sending them in the world like bitches. Dudes are painting their fingernails. The Dwayne Wades of the world. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Coon Page Jackson talking about, oh, I love Ryan, never bet against him. What? Do you know what he said? Oh, well, I didn't know. Stop being a bitch and get out my DMs. No, fuck you, nigga. I spent money supporting you, stupid. I'm bringing you awareness, stupid. Oh, wait, he is stupid. Look up what happened between him and his wife, his Asian wife. Just go read it. Stupid. Because I know some people ain't teach you better. And here's the fact about that nigga. You know why that name is Rampage? You ever hear him tell the story? Well, I'll give you the short story. He used to have meltdowns when he was a kid. He was a kid that you brought to the supermarket that you had to literally beat his ass so he can act right. And they say, oh my God, he used to go on a rampage. And that name stuck with you all the way to adulthood? That name? It's not a cool name like you think, oh, he's Rampage. No. The OGs, the elders gave him that because he had meltdowns as a child. And what did he do? When people said, hey man, Ryan's a racist, be careful. He had a meltdown. Stupid. A fighter, a black fighter that's a victim of racism was cheated in the ring. Stupid ass. You're a pro fighter. You was fighting in Japan and half the people you fought was on juice. That's what we're talking about, stupid. So I don't claim these niggas. They're not me. They're not. So when I say things like quit acting light-skinned and I call you a half-breed, and I'm really calling you out your name, and I don't care because you're on the wrong side of history. And you not me, you not with me. And I ain't got to worry about you. When some dumb shit happen to you, cool. I ain't got to worry about you. One less nigga I got to worry about. Look, Boys in the Hood, Officer Coffee. When I was young, I said, man, he's a dick. You know, when I got older, I started to understand that character. Something happened to him to make him behave like that. Something happened to him. Final Boss, what up? As I get older, I get more disappointed. Whether you're 16, 15, or you're older than me, you're Bernard Hopkins' age. Fuck is wrong with him? What's wrong with him? And when there's so much dysfunction within the community, that gives light to assholes like Jean-Claude Van Damme to say, Alhamdulillah, Inshallah, this guy lost. Delano, what up? The fuck? No, he didn't, stupid. No, he didn't. What you was doing was you was watching one side of the fight. The hell? Xavier, what does this say? It's in Spanish. Oh, wait. No, it's not. Who's he with? Who's that guy? Man, fuck Dougie Fisher. Let's go to the bathroom. Bernard Hopkins. Oh, yeah, you motherfuckers love B-Hop now. But when B-Hop once upon a time was standing on business, you couldn't stand him. When he was telling HBO to their face what it was, you couldn't stand him. But now he's on the Garcia side of things. Y'all love him, right? He's telling Bill Haney, let's go to the bathroom. What the fuck? Incidentally, that's after you pose nude, bro. What the fuck? Now you love him. When those racist emails came out about Al Heyman being Black Hitler, he was on Golden Boy. The first person I looked at was B-Hop. I said, B-Hop stands on business. He got to do something. He got to say something. He didn't even get on. Check this out. He didn't even say anything. He didn't even say, yo, look, I just learned about this. I don't support none of that. I don't support any of that. I didn't know about that. He didn't even distance himself for that. You know what he did? He exercised his right to remain silent. And silence is co-signing. Silence is co-signing. One more time. Silence is what? Co-signing. He didn't say anything about those emails. And this is way before DHP got in the picture. That was at the Mayweather-Pacquiao situation. That was at the height of that. I'm like, yo, he's not going to say anything? I knew there was something with him then. Niggas went into City Hall with guns and came out with jobs. Y'all know what I said just now? I say it one more time. Niggas went to City Hall with guns and came out with jobs. That's Bernard Hopkins. Y'all better get educated. It's always deeper than boxing. Because whenever I start kicking it like this, y'all be talking about, oh, just keep it boxing. This is boxing, stupid. This isn't new. Black Murderers Row. Jack Johnson. Get out of here, man. Don't talk to me if you don't know. Tszyu got to run it back with murder in my book. And then once he's done with that, he got to run it back with Sebastian Fundora. And speaking of that, doesn't Sebastian Fundora got to run it back after his KO loss? Y'all thought I forgot? He got slept bad. Nobody wants him to run that back. Why? Why? Why the hell are we held to a different standard? Hey, Tank fans, are you paying attention? You got to run it back with Lamont Roach immediately. Tank tried not to. He said, man, we can go in a different direction. The public was like, no, no, no. And Tank, never mind your haters. Never mind your haters. They deem me a hater. So fuck it, I'll be a hater. But leave me out of it. The boxing public that called you, some of them called you the face of boxing and loves your tattoos and want to lick your neck. They don't say that part out loud, but we know what time it is. They said you got to run it back with Lamont Roach. Now watch this, Tank. If you don't run it back with Lamont Roach, who do you run it with? Who do you run it with? Tell me. Now let me tell you the predicament he's in. You don't run it back with Lamont Roach. Jake Paul doesn't see value in you because of your last performance, which wasn't a loss, it was a draw. It was a draw. So now, hear me out, y'all. Tank Davis ruined a payday because there was no belt involved. It was just a show fight. It was a showcase fight. It was a clown fight. But hear me out, y'all. The face of boxing, allegedly, ruined a payday with Jake Paul, who has no belt, who's not ranked. Listen to what I just said, y'all. Let it sink in. Is it sunk in yet? Tank Davis ruined a payday versus Jake Paul. And by the way, Tank fans, was you looking forward to that? Please be honest. Please be honest. Had he had beaten Lamont Roach, had he had gotten the decision, let's say he gets the decision, because some people think that Tank won 7-5. Fine. I'm not arguing that. But let's say Tank got his hand raised. He was about to give you Jake Paul next. Was you looking forward to that? That's my question. That's my question. Let's say Tank gets his hand. Let's say you're one of those fans that say, yo, I think Tank won. Okay, cool. I think he won 7-5. All right, cool. He raised his hands. All right, cool. My question to you is, were you cool with Jake Paul next? That's my question. Now, I know some of these cats will be like, well, you know, payday. Okay, my response to you is, you're not on his payroll. Because my next question is, how is that good for boxing? Go. Brothers UK, salute. Dragon Fang, Main Biker, Almighty Law, salute. If I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. How is a Jake Paul fight good for boxing, y'all? It'd be good for Tank. It'd be good for his daughters and himself. Great for him. But I say this with all disrespect, because I'm being disrespected as a supporter of the sport. I say this with all disrespect. F your family, dude. I don't care. I want the best fighting the best over here. I don't care about that. You got money. I got to go to work today. Fair enough? I'm not on your team. I'm not on nobody's payroll. I get a little bit of YouTube money doing this, but I'm not rich. The least you niggas could do is fight each other. I don't care about a Jake Paul fight. I really don't. Not with no quote-unquote real fighter. Y'all say Jake Paul's a fake boxer, right? Cool. Why is the face of boxing in the ring with him at 220 pounds after telling us that Devin Haney was too big all of 2023? What, y'all forgot? You guys are living and breathing contradictions. Living, breathing, walking contradictions. You make me sick. Tank Davis blew a payday against Jake Paul. Now, Jake Paul, who has no belt, who's quote-unquote is not a real fighter, is moving on and looking for other options because Tank Davis ain't get it done against another real fighter. Now, instead of Tank exercising options to fight another fighter, the world of boxing said, hold on now, you got to run that back immediately. Hey, Mellow Yellow, tell me that you don't recognize getting your nigga wake-up call without getting your nigga wake-up call. Uh-oh.
What?
Hey, you're not going anywhere but in the ring with Lamont Roach in an immediate rematch, nigga. An immediate rematch, nigga. Go figure that. That must mean you're not the face, right? The only reason why Devin and Ryan is not fighting immediately next was because A, Ryan ain't want to. And B, by popular demand, the public don't want to see it again, realistically. You know why? They want all of those highlights of Devin on the ground. They want that to stand out. And they know that Ryan, on weight and off drugs, is not beating Devin. Which is why they want those things to stick out. Truth is, Ryan wanted these warm-ups. Yeah, I'll fight Devin again after he was made to. I'll fight Devin again. I need some warm-up. I need some tune-up fights. Eastside Cruz. He said, you can't beat me off drugs, you can't beat Devin off drugs. He said, now I'm going to fight Rolly. Question, y'all. How do you prep for Devin by fighting Rolly or Eastside Cruz? Those are two different fights. You know what he's doing? He wants to see how his body behaves when it's in a clean state. He wanted to make sure all the drugs was out of his system before he agreed to do anything. He stood right there on the stage at the Palladium when I had the camera in his face, and he said, yeah, you know, I was on shrooms. I looked around, I said, oh shit, yeah, no one. So we're gonna act like we ain't hear him say that? He said he was on shrooms, goddammit. He just said that. Y'all don't believe me? Hold on. Hold on. Why don't I go find it? I'll just go find it, you know. Let me see. Okay. Here it is. I was there. I was there. I was there. Yes, sir.
I'm not going to give you a rematch unless you drop that shit. So we got to see if they hold to their word.
But did you go to deposition? Did they
No,
do?
I didn't go to nothing.
Okay.
I said my lawyer, whatever.
Do you feel any rust coming into this fight? Any rust coming into this fight?
Now, I mean, for me, it's all about getting in the gym, timing and everything. I feel like I have enough time to get it back. Of course, a year and a half layoff sucks. But
Is this the longest you've been in no?
Which of the two fights got your attention? You interested most? You got your hand or Tszyu could get it if you win?
I want Tszyu because I haven't fought Tszyu. And I feel like I wanted to do, for me, it's like fight everything. You know, that's what I always wanted to do when I seen everybody hyping up, you know, Spain, Devin, Tszyu. That was like the whole thing. So in my heart, I wanted to fight Tszyu because I feel like I handled him, you know, regardless.
So of the 4 kings, that's still ongoing then.
That's how I feel.
This kid is not one of the 4 kings. Shut up.
Again, if I have to go through Haney again, I will. Because I feel like I got his number. I feel like, you know, he just can't beat me since the amateur. You know, I've always rang his bell. So
They split in the amateurs. Stop capping.
Ryan, question for you.
My biggest test. I mean, we got Bruce Ennis out there. You got Chef Fimo. You know, you got a lot of.
Hold on.
Ryan, question for you. Ryan, question for you. When you hear Tszyu on the stage and he's spewing, you know, some of his banana rhetoric and charcoal stick, and you think about a year ago when you had your own controversies, what are your thoughts on all this?
No, I mean, from my perspective, you know, I have my girlfriend right there, and honestly, we say stupid shit together, and we were fucked up, drunk, high on shrooms.
Oh, there you go. You heard it? We were fucked up high on shrooms.
And we were fucked up, drunk, high on shrooms.
There you go. There you go.
And we were fucked up, drunk, high on shrooms.
There you go. All right. All right. David Scott, salute. Okay. Okay. I looked around and I said, yo, we just gonna go past that? Okay? You see that? Name the black fighter that can say that and get away with it. Go ahead. Name the black fighter today that can get away with that. Take his money. He should never box again. I don't care to see him. Meanwhile, Sebastian Fundora, right? They don't even mention Brian Mendoza's name around him. Tszyu, don't even say Murder's name around him. Don't even do it. They want to just get past that. See what I mean? You see? And then y'all wonder why I'm done with these guys. The Bernard Hopkins of the world. Y'all wonder why I say I'm done. The Coon Jackson Rampage Coon Jacksons of the world. I'm done. The Derek James. There's no coming back from this. There's no coming back from this at all. And I'm cool. Officer Coffee at Boys in the Hood, he said, one less nigga you got to worry about. Yeah, exactly. I get it now. Now I get it. Because he was fed up. He was fed up. He was like, man, I ain't doing this, man. Every time I turn around, Bloods and Crips, everybody black, and they killing each other. They don't even want to take the money that they're making off the streets and start a legal business and wash their money. They don't even want to do that. He was fed up. So I understand. It took me about 30 years, but I understand now. He was fed up. And that's how I feel. I'm fed up. I'm fed up with these niggas. I understand white media, which is why what we do here on YouTube and other social media platforms is very important, which is why they don't send out our notifications. They shoot bullets into our live streams. They don't put us in the algorithm. They take subs from us because they're in tune with everything that's offensive and holds us down. And let me show you something else. Look at that. Look at that. Now, let me be very clear to you. This clown right here, don't be surprised if he gets a receipt. Ain't gonna be from me. I'm not on that kind of time. He's not a threat. He ain't never gonna be in New York. And if we're ever in the same vicinity, I got $100. He won't come near me. This dude's a sucker. But I'm showing you this for a reason. How much hell did they try to make me catch for saying that thing about the car fire with Sugar Hill that they totally bent and twisted? How many videos was made about this guy saying things like this? This ain't the first time he said that. Oh, this is Southpaw TV, Enigmatic Son. That wild dude that stole $5K from his mom's, according to what his brother said. His brother said that. He's crazy, but he's a notorious Devin Haney hater. Notorious. He's crazy. Who the fuck puts things like this on their social media? You see this? But cats want to get mad at me when I said car fire. Let me explain something to you. What Fury and Sugar Hill did, and what Bob Arum and Mauricio Suleiman allowed, and they were all working with Daniel Kinahan, I absolutely was justified in my thought process. And I told Sugar Hill to his face, well, online. I told him, I said, when I figured out what was going on, I said, man, I hope all the parties involved die in a car fire. But I said, brother, if you say you don't know nothing about that, you ain't got nothing to do with it, I'll take you at your word. That's what I told him. Did he even apologize for this? Let me ask you a question, niggas. You knuckle-dragging, big-bellied, Hulk brow, thick neck, feet looking like hands, black on the black hand side and the bottom side, flinging poop all over the place. Did you get at him for this? Because we are just talking about boxing, right? In what universe is this okay? Tell me. Tell me, where is this okay? When is this okay? Where's all my detractors video? Because, by the way, this dude's not black. By the way, he's not. He's some kind of Latin. So he's praying for the death of another black man. So when niggas was telling me, oh, well, he's black, you shouldn't be saying that, Drew. I'm like, I'm justified. He formed a united front with a cracker from Ireland and everybody else who united to try and kill this brother Deontay. So I'm justified in my thought process. Please explain Richie Valens, aka Southpaw TV. Please explain this. And I want to know why you niggas didn't even get on him. Like, yo, bro, you going too far, bro. Yeah, I'm a Tank fan, but you going too far. You can't wish for another brother to die. What is that? What? He got a pass because he got a picture of Tank up there? He got a pass? The enemy of my enemy. Didn't Mike S come in my chat and say that a couple of months ago? The enemy of my enemy? So this is okay? This is okay? The enemy of my enemy. There it is in writing. I thought this was sport. Now, one time did I say I hope Tank dies in the ring? Not one time. I never said that. All I ever said was I wanted him to fight his contemporaries. That's all I. To some of y'all, that does sound like a death sentence. To some of you, that's all I said. I never said this. Never. Ever, 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 ever. He said this. Y'all didn't even say anything. Y'all didn't even say anything. Yeah, screenshot this. Never forget. Because they're good at telling us to move on. Oh, yeah, well, you know Southpaw crazy. Yeah, I know he's crazy. But y'all don't check him. Y'all don't check him. I wonder what was going on January 26th of 2024 at 10:30 p.m. at night that he felt the need to put that up. Yeah, that's right. They even flag him. I'm not on X. And here's why. I'm not arguing with a bunch of people that do this and let this go. No one reported him. It's fucking ponderous. But every time I turn around, it's Bill. Man, shut up. Y'all allow, he ain't the only one. Y'all allow this. And you knuckle draggers, y'all allow this. Turncoats are soft. That's why I don't respect you. That's what the monkey videos are about. That's what all this about. I know y'all laugh at it, whatever, and there's some comedic value behind it, but I swear to God, I hate the fact that I have to do it. You goddamn right.
Hello, monkeys.
Y'all notice guys like Mike S vanished after the Tank fight? Where's Victor? See what I mean? Y'all got to stand on it. And it's not over for Tank, but what you're finding out now is Tank, Mellow Yellow, as I like to call him, he's falling on his own sword. He couldn't not fight Lamont Roach. You ain't got it like that. Now, let me ask you a question. Who's a bigger name? Steve L., my brother, salute. Who's a bigger name? Tank Davis? Or Sebastian Fundora? It's Tank Davis. But why is it that Sebastian Fundora doesn't even have to spin the block and face Mendoza again? I think Mendoza, did Mendoza, help me out, family, because I don't know everything. Did Mendoza, didn't he lose his next fight? Didn't he lose? Did he lose? I think he, wait a minute. Didn't he lose to Tszyu? Mendoza did, right? He lost to Tszyu, right? Is that how it went? Refresh my memory, y'all. He beat Sebastian Fundora, lost to Tszyu, right? Is that how it went? Ain't that how it went? And then somehow he ends up in the ring versus Fundora, right? Is that how it went? Refresh my memory. I don't have time to look it up. Wait, did Tszyu fight Fundora coming off of Wait a minute. Did he fight Fundora coming off of the loss? Is that what he did? Is that what happened? Refresh my memory. Is that how it went? Yeah, Shade Girls, that's how it went, right? Mendoza knocks out Fundora. He fights Tszyu. He lost. And then Tszyu fought Fundora after he lost to Mendoza. Hold up. Is that what happened? Fundora beat Tim beat Fundora, then Fundora beat Tim. Why the fuck was he fighting Fundora after a knockout loss? Right in our face, right? No one said anything. White privilege. But no one said anything. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't use privilege anymore, y'all. Courtesy. 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 So after a knockout loss, he got a shot, a major payday versus Tszyu, who they're building up. And Tszyu is his own person. He could fight. He said Mendoza, Anthony said Mendoza lost to Tszyu and Boachuk after Fundora. Okay. All right, cool. So check this out. The public might be cool just saying, hey, man, he lost. He has 2 losses in a row. So Fundora doesn't need to fight him. No, he does. Because Mendoza might have his number. He beat him. How about that? Now, Tank, listen to me. Mellow Yellow. Listen to me. You're not catching that courtesy. You got to run it back with Lamont Roach immediately. Fundora's getting knocked out and then getting chances against fighters that they're bringing up from other countries. That fighter gets knocked out by murder, and they're saying, hey, man, keep him out the ring with that guy. There's no mention of a rematch there. You got to run it back with Lamont Roach. You see? Heavy as head that wears a crown. Hey, man, Canelo don't got to run it back with Bivol unless he really, really, really wants to. Right? There go Mauricio. There go my man Mauricio. What up? What's good? Yep. Now, Joe Joyce and Hrgovic. Yeah. You know, Joe Joyce is a nice guy, man, but this fight.
Who cares?
Here's what I mean. Joe Joyce got stopped by Zhilei Zhang. You know, nobody says, hey, man, run it back. I've heard several people. Deontay got to run it back with Zhilei Zhang immediately. Really? I'm glad you see value in him. Because idiot, Joe Joyce could move. Zhilei Zhang can move forward. He got the win, and he did. And he lost his next fight. It's boxing. But you know what I noticed about that Joe Joyce fight? Every time Joe Joyce start the rally and throw more than one punch in the pocket and put Hrgovic on the back foot, did you hear the audience? Gio James, what up? Did you hear the audience? They cheered Joe Joyce. They were rooting for Joe Joyce, man. Every time he threw a bomb, they were, hey! You remember that? They love them some Joe Joyce. You know why? They support their guy. Remember when I said UK fans are just better than American fans? Hey, man, don't take my word for it. Go watch the fight. Every time Joe Joyce started the rally, the place erupted. That was not a Hrgovic audience at all. Saying that for a reason. Saying that for a reason. Joe Joyce is not the best boxer in the world. What's exciting about him is that he blocks punches with his face. He has a ton of heart. He's a big, strong guy. When he hits you clean, he hurts you. He's a strong dude. I shook his hand. He's a strong dude, right? I can tell why he hits people and they feel it. I told him to his face, I said, man, you could beat Zhang, man. You got to just touch him. You got to make it a dogfight. He said, you think so? Yeah, I do. He's a very nice guy, man. When we did the stare down, he was crossing his eyes. I was cracking up. Let me see if I can pull that picture up for y'all. I was cracking up, man. He's a down to earth guy, man. He's a nice guy, man. And I rooted for him off of that, man. I said, man, this guy's he's just a nice guy, man. You know, where's my pictures at? If I could find it. Give me a second. Give me a second. I have it somewhere. Wait a minute. Is my damn thing unplugged? Give me 1 second, y'all. It's unplugged. You know, don't it make you mad when you have things the way you want it, and then here comes the family. Here comes the family. No one told you to move my shit around. You know, it's not messy. I just have shit where I need it. You know what I mean? Know what I mean, Vern? Know what I mean? But let me see. Is it in here? Is it here? No. Wait a minute. Let me see. Wonder what I did with it. Give me a second, y'all. It's here somewhere. You know what I hate about this? I always end up finding stuff like when the show's over. Always end up finding it when the show's over. Let me see if it's in here. No, it's not in here. Oh, wait. I'll talk about that some other time. Yeah, I remember when they tried to get Deontay to come to the Dillian White fight. And they asked AJ if he'd show up. Deontay showed up. He said, I don't know. We might have to call the police. Like, what? Did you say if Fury gets in the ring, you'll knock him out? You got to call the police on Deontay? Tell you, man, that kid's scared, man. That kid's scared to death, man. Yeah, I can't find it, man. It's, Is it on my phone, though? Wait a minute. It might be on my phone. Let me see. I think it's on my phone. Give me 1 second. I want y'all to see how you got to pause every time. Joe Joyce is he's a big guy, man. Bigger than me. I'm not a small guy by far. He's a big, strong guy, man. But he's very friendly. You know, and I was like, man, you know what? I'm pulling for this guy, man. He's a dude. I'm an energy person, man. He had great energy. You know, good dude, man. And he went in there and fought the wrong fight against Zilly Zhang. Wrong fight, man. Wrong fight. And Zilly put him out, put his lights out, man. But my point in bringing that up is that not one time did I hear anybody say that Zilly or Joe Joyce need to hang it up. Y'all ever heard about them saying, hey, man, Joe Joyce is done, hang it up? They just don't say that. They just don't say that, man. Crazy stuff. Hold on, I'm looking for something, y'all. Wait a minute. I gotta clean my phone out, man. This is a lot of stuff, man. There's stuff in here that I just didn't. Damn, where is it? Anyway. I got a lot of evidence here. There's a lot of screenshots of people getting caught doing things they ain't supposed to be doing. People send me screenshots, people in places where they're not supposed to be. You know, I told y'all Negroes been caught. Anyway, I can't find it. But I had it up here for a while, man. I had the picture of me and Joe Joyce in the stare down. You know, but they didn't even treat Joe Joyce a certain kind of way. You know what I mean? They ain't care. Certain things are reserved for us, y'all. I can't find it. It's not up here. But I will put this up, though. Wait, let me remove this shit and put this up. I will put this up. Right? Yeah, there you go. Yeah. You know who did that? Not me. That's old. This is about maybe 12 years old or more. Some racist packtards did this. And put this up. Can you believe it? I believe it. Why do you think they did that? Chicken Floyd. Chicken, gay runner. Yeah. See that? See that? Yep. Is anyone telling Hrgovic, man, you got to get back in the winner's circle because you got to run that back with Daniel Dubois. But every time I turn around and say Daniel Dubois, I got to hear about him quitting and swollen eyes and stuff like that. Ain't that something? And who do I hear that from? The knuckle draggers. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, buddy. But let me put this up. Oh, it's not about race, Drew. It's not about race. I'm glad my brother Trill Will is here. Hey, you remember these guys? Do you know what y'all looking at? Do y'all know what y'all looking at right here? Y'all know what y'all looking at? Y'all know what y'all looking at? I didn't think that Mexican Nazis was a real thing. And then these dudes popped up. Coco Tyler. I couldn't believe. I'm like, YouTube is on our nuts so bad. And these guys had entire stream. These are the dudes These are the dudes that had that champ side as a monkey thing up. That video was up for goddamn 2 years. We flagged it, and YouTube took their time taking it down. That's a Nazi flag, by the way. They just incorporated the Mexican colors in it. Coco Tyler, remember this? Remember these dudes? They were going full-blown Klan meetings on their things. I was listening to it one day. I said, I can't believe YouTube is allowing this. But if I F-bomb, if Mrs. Shelton says something that's not even profane, it doesn't register. I used the term midget in a comment recently. The whole paragraph didn't show up, but I screenshot it first. You see? You see they got the red, black, and green flag on the left-hand side with a watermelon on it? You see that? These clowns said, I'll slap that camo do-rag off your head. They would talk about me. Meanwhile, they know goddamn well, first of all, they don't go to fights. And if they go to fights, they don't make themselves known. Do you think they'd actually put their hands on me? No. They would get obliterated. There would be nothing left. It would be like a Thanos snap. I would delete them off this whole realm. They know that. These were a bunch of kids in their feelings over nonsense. And YouTube let this go. Do y'all understand why I call the pillow biter that works for Google or YouTube? Y'all understand what the Miguel is now? Do y'all get it now?
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
Do you understand? Everything I do here has a meaning. They let this go for dumb long. How? How? When we get on here and we gotta watch what we say, we can't cuss too much. And then it dawned on me, how they getting away with this? Because somebody that's pulling the trigger, overseeing all of our stuff, do y'all know what an overseer is? Someone overseeing our content is in line with what these clowns do. Y'all understand what an overseer is? The overseer that walked around the plantation on the horse, and if you was out of line, he'd whip you. While you was in the plantation picking cotton, wearing overalls. You know, like how Teofimo Lopez was dressed at the presser in New York? Y'all are not paying attention. Y'all are really not paying attention. Oh, but why are you always talking about race, about boxing? Do you know what these dudes did? Do you know why they exist? Because we backed black fighters, and we wasn't racist about it. What's the problem with black? We're backing a black fighter. Mexicans they back Mexicans. Cubans back Cubans. Europeans back Europeans. We back black American fighters. What's the problem? Oh, you're a racist. Really? So all those Ukrainians, when I watched Rigondeaux fight Lomachenko in New York, I was there. All of those Ukrainians there were rooting for Rigo? You're crazy. I'm saying it's okay. But why are you looking at me crazy when I support my own? They let this go for at least 2 years. Everything I said about this show in the double standard, all of it is in line. Which is why Jackie tried to come in here and talk about sales. You see what I mean? One thing he did learn from his white parent was how to move a goalpost and how to intercept and try and hijack a conversation with something that we were not even discussing. So your white parent, I don't know if it's the white person or the black person, your white parent taught you well, but it don't fly here. I'm an adult. We're going to stay on task here. Tank Davis is understanding now. He probably don't because he's dumb. Tank Davis is falling victim to boxing. This is what they're doing to him. Nigga, no, nigger. You're going to run it back, nigger. You had a close one, nigger. What, you thought you was fighting Jake Paul? The problem child? The real golden boy? The face of boxing, allegedly, Tank Davis blew an opportunity against Jake Paul? Huh? huh? Jake Paul is saying, nah, man, you look bad in your last fight. I ain't fighting you. Jake Paul. The guy that we say is not a real fighter? That guy. Okay? Now you got to run it back, nigga. And everybody's saying, hey, man, you know, he didn't smash the gas on Lamont because he's cool with him. I'm sorry. Didn't Boxing Shigo say that he's not trying to be friends with anyone in or around his weight class? That's what he said in that love letter. In his Aliyah love letter. Sealed it with a kiss. That's what he said. Meanwhile, Fundora don't have to run it back with Mendoza. Tszyu don't have to run it back with fucking murder. Ryan gets coddled, and it was the drugs, and he's not racist, although he said what he said. And he also said right there that he was on shrooms. I just played it for you. He said it. And no one says anything, and Devin Haney's cheated and everything else, and he's the victim. And then you got stupid ass clowns talking about they pray that Devin dies, and you niggas walk around here and y'all let it happen. Y'all let this happen. Because maybe at the time, these clowns on YouTube were talking about a fighter that you had a problem with. So you let that go, the enemy of my enemy. There was a dude, and sometimes, let me move this disgusting thing. There was a time where you know what? I'm not even gonna go there. But you see the niggas that was around here, bigging up Tank, they're not here anymore. There was about 4 of them. They're not here anymore. That's not a coincidence, ladies and gentlemen. That's not a coincidence. There was a dude, and Mr. Shelton know who I'm talking about, and Trill will know who I'm talking about. There was a dude, and Humble Mauricio, he knows who I'm talking about. There was a dude that we used to frequent those channels, and this was in the LDBC's infancy. And how he viewed it was, the LDBC don't like me because I go where I want to go. See, Coco Tyler, see, they don't like me because I go where I want to go. They say that if I go over there, then I can't come here. I go where I want to go. I said, no, nigga. And he came back to my channel one morning, and I said, nah, you're blocked, bro. You can go where you want to go. But if you're going to places where they're literally threatening my life, or people that I'm super cool with, you're threatening their lives and you're talking crazy and you're in the chat high-fiving with fire emojis, that's cool. Stay there. What's the problem with me telling you, go over there and stay there, but you can't come back here? What's the problem with that? Why do you want to be in 2 places at once? If you're agreeing with what they're saying, why the fuck you want to be around me? Go stay over there. That's what I said. Go over there. Leave me alone. What's the problem with wanting to be left alone? You can watch my channel, you just can't participate. I'm blocking you. And I wish YouTube would change that. If I block you, you shouldn't even be able to see anything I put up on YouTube. They do that on Instagram. If you were all the way blocked, you didn't even see when people post if they block you. You can't even see it. Andrew 100, salute. Well, this nigga went around there and he kept going around there, whatever. And the next thing you know, I got some news that he went home with the Lord. Let's just say that. I said, oh shit. What happened? Don't know. Then you start hearing things. He's a recovering drug addict and this, that, and that. I'm saying, okay, all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't wish death on him. I just wanted him to leave me alone. What do I always say about sometimes you don't have to lift a finger? What do y'all think leave it in God's hands means? It's never on your time. And when I listened to him, When I listened to him, I understood that there was something wrong with him. That's why I just wanted him away from me. And when I got him away from me, then I got this, I still have his picture on my hard drive somewhere because I couldn't believe it. I said, damn, this is him. He just died. He wasn't too old. He just died. Oh, and guess what? He was the first one. There was another nigga. The nigga in Baltimore. This is my response to Tszyu. Whenever you hear me say that, I'm mocking him. That nigga had like 20 videos about me. I'm on steroids. My head is big. And this, that, and the third. I'm like, okay. Drew, what are you going to do? You going to respond? Nothing. I have nothing to say to him. I don't know him. Don't care. And I knew what time it was. These niggas is fugazi. Dudes that I thought was cool was allowing him to go on their panel and talk crazy about me. I'm like, yo. I said, you know what? Okay. And I stopped dealing with a lot of cats. When I was new to this social media shit, there's a lot I had to learn. There's a lot of people I had to leave alone. Well, guess what happened? Right on my way to Wilder Fury 3, one of the ladies hit me up in the DM and says, yo, look, have you seen this? I said, look, I know who this guy is. I'm not giving him no views. He always talks about me. The highest views he gets is when he's trying to roast me, but he don't know me. She says, no, Drew, go to this and read the comment section. I go to the page. It's some woman narrating, and I'm reading the comments, R.I.P., R.I.P., R.I.P. I said, well, what is he, dead? He died. Turns out it was his daughter narrating. And she was in the comment section. Thank you guys for the support of my dad. He was sick. He was a brittle diabetic.
What?
Oh, so now it makes sense. Because every video he had a picture of Paul Dillette. Y'all know who Paul Dillette is? Bodybuilder in the 90s. They used to call him Freakenstein. He's super diesel, veins everywhere. He ain't have veins on his skin. Those were ropes. I wish I had enough time to work out to look like him. About 6 feet tall, big dude. Anytime he was talking about me, he had a picture up of Paul Dillette. And I'm like, okay. So that's what it was about. I'm in shape. I lift weights. I take care of myself. Him, not so much. He was a brittle diabetic, and he wasted valuable time of his life talking about me. I'm on steroids. I'm a Wilder fanboy. And I'm on steroids. And Deontay sucks. And I'm on steroids. And ... He dropped dead. And everybody in there bigging him up and saying RIP are people that I blocked. And some of them were those MXBC guys. You see my point? The enemy of my enemy, right? So now when Mike S came in my chat and said that shit, I say, really? He's one of those niggas. He's one of those niggas because MXBC was bigging him up. There was another dude in there named a Mexican chugger. Been on YouTube for over 15 years. A notorious racist. But they were friends. See what I mean? You see? And you know why I didn't like that dude? By the way, his name was Wood Stay Real. That's what I'm talking about. I think his channel's still up. You know why I didn't like that guy? He threatened to sexually assault Black Fight Fan's daughter. And we damn near was plotting on calling the police and trying to, find out how do we call Baltimore PD to go pick him up and send them the video. He took the video down. And this was a long time ago. My phone didn't have screen record. He left that video up for like a day or so, or not even a day. But I remember he was talking to himself in the mirror. I remember that. And I was like, oh shit, he can't do that. Copper, you remember that? Bert, you remember that? We was like, yo, we all we got on like a conference call, like, yo, what we gonna do about this? He can't do this. We gotta call Baltimore PD. He can't do this. Then he took the video down. Black was like, man, that dude what is he gonna do? Come to Texas? And we was like, nah, he ain't moving. He ain't going to Texas, do all that. But the fact that he said it, So when we respond to certain things, all of a sudden, the niggas that defend him and come at us like we started it, all of a sudden it's, why you doing that? Why you doing that? Why you gonna do that? I was like, oh, you missed when he did this though. Oh, I didn't know about that. Oh, well, nigga, he did it. He did it. But what do I always say? It's not on our time. Sometimes you ain't got to lift a finger. Sometimes you don't have to say a word. It's in God's hands. And that nigga died a year later. That nigga died a year later because he was sick. All these jokes, what he should have been doing is hit me up. Bless you, Drew. I don't fuck with your boxing opinion, but I'm a brittle diabetic and I need some help. And I'd have responded, brother, I'm not a health expert. I know what works for me, but I can refer you to Hardbody J Timo. I can refer you to Blu-ray, and they can get you right. And that's how we're supposed to interact with one another. You don't have to like my boxing opinion. I don't hate you. I do look at you strange with the fighter that you support. When they start doing shit like supporting Ryan Garcia and you do it unconditionally, I will look at you strange. That nigga had Coco Tyler and Mexican Chugga in his chat. And he's clowning me. The other dude, same thing. God said enough's enough. All right, I'm taking y'all home. Enough's enough. And there you go. So everything I talked about this morning is completely relevant. Tank is being held to the nigga standard. Joe Joyce, he's not all the way white. But every time he threw a punch at Hrgovic, they cheered for him. Unlike American fight fans doing for Deontay. I see more negative. Deontay has a lot of fans in America. But I see more negative about that brother than positive. And he's had a way better career than fucking Joe Joyce. As a matter of fact, I have a video. I got to find it. When a lady, before Joe Joyce took a loss, they asked him, would you fight Deontay Wilder? He laughed and was like, no. No, he said no. And Hrgovic, he has a complexion for the protection. They don't let him walk around the heavyweight division and do whatever he wants. Running back with Dubois, even if he's in line to do so, they're gonna try to avoid it. They're gonna be like, well, this fight over here is worth more money. Oh, this fight over here is worth more money. And then you're gonna start hearing how Daniel Dubois don't sell. As a matter of fact, Daniel Dubois is the face of heavyweight European boxing, in my opinion. And they're still talking about AJ versus Fury. And Fury said he's retired. And AJ just took a nosedive against who? Daniel Dubois. You knuckle draggers really need to wake up, man. So what these dudes won? I'm pointing out the double standard. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelda, Cash App, the Super Chat. You know what I'm saying? I know. Today was Monkey Tuesday. I just didn't post it. I wasn't feeling well enough. But I'll hit y'all with the tune.
Monkey Tuesday!
Get educated, man. See you tomorrow, man. Be on the lookout for the short videos on Pep Talk, the Painful Excellence podcast. Go subscribe. Go subscribe to the Patreon. I got some fire content coming up. And I'll catch y'all when I catch y'all, man. General should be on. Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Tyson Fury being spoken to by Ben Davison, and there's the moment, the pre-fight kiss. I have never ever seen that before.